Welcome, Mage. I'm Rhino, and today we are going to be working on Siona, Captain of the Pyleas. She is a Voltron, uh, commander deck, and but before we get into the deck tech, I want to thank Magic Kids, Legion Supplies, patrons. They help out a lot by just sending us cards and all of this other stuff. And card donations. I want to thank Project MTG, Charles Waite, and Jordan Cole, and Panda. So now on to the debt tech. The average mana value is 2.19, and you can get this deck for under $15. So let's talk about Siona. When she comes in, you look at the top 7 cards of your library, and you may reveal an aura card from among them and put into your hand, and the rest on the bottom. So let's talk about and also whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature, you get a human. Let's talk about Denitha. She's mainly in here for the auras and the equipment, and they cost less. And we also have Alcid of Lives Bounty, and 1-drop 1/1 lifelink, and an enchantment creature. We have a lot of those in here. Let's talk about Nessian Wanderer. Whenever as Constellation, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them, put that card into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This card is Transcendent Envoy. It's mainly in here for the auras to cost less. And look here. And we have Nyx Herald. You can that's actually my preview card. You can look at that video. We have Helliot's Pilgrim. You tutor for an aura, and you reveal it and put it into your hand, and then you put the rest on the bottom. And we have and Nylia's Forerunner. Other creatures you control have trample. So if you have a whole bunch of creatures out and they're really big, you attack. No matter what, they're going to be taking damage. We have 8 instances in here. There's Karametra's Blessing. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end turn. If it's an enchanted creature or enchantment creature, it gets hexproof and indestructible. So you mainly want to put on a enchantment creature. There is Flicker Fate. You exile a creature or an enchantment, then you return it to its owner's hand, or under your control to the battlefield. Sorry, messed up. And it's for you do it on your commander, so it triggers again. And there's Inspire Awe. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, except combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creatures and enchantment creatures. And Scry 2. We have 3 sorceries. And you can get a land. We have 27 enchantments. There is Benevolent Blessing. You as flash and enchant creature. Well, it's in here because of the protection, and it doesn't remove auras that are attached to it. There is repropagation. Enchant creature. It's basically it turns into a wall. There is Omen of the and there's a Tall as a Beanstalk. You put on a creature, becomes very giant, and it has reach. And there are 12 artifacts, and Helm of the Gods. Most people just throw these cards away. But equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. So that is really good. And there are 37 lands, and that is pretty much it. Now on to the upgrades. There are there's Shram. You draw a card for every aura and equipment. And there's Sholai. It protects you and your creatures for as long as this is out. There is Sanctum Weaver. You tap it, where X is where X is however many enchantments you have. So if you have 8, this taps for 8 mana. Starfield Mystic. This is mainly in here for all your enchantments to cost 1 less to cast. There's Satyr Enchanter. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you draw a card. Johnny's Chosen. This creates kittens every time you get enchantment out. There are two sorceries. There's Resurgent Belief. So if you have this out late in the game and you have lots of enchantments in your graveyard, then you bring them back out to the battlefield, which is really important. There's 3 dreams. You search for 3 ores and with different names, and you reveal them and you put them into your hand. There's all that glitters, which is really important in this deck. All your it gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. There's Ancestral Mask. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 for each enchantment on the battlefield. That includes your opponents. There's Unflinching Courage. Enchanting creature gets +2/+2, has trample and lifelink. That is really important. Ancestral Enchantress Presence. You get a card for every time you cast an enchantment. So, what did you think of this deck? I put a comment down below, and what upgrades would you put in? And I have more videos coming out soon. So until then, Rhino out.